came back in 1996 much stronger mentally. My skill was probably the same because I knew how to bat, I knew how to play the cut shot, the cover drive, but I knew how to adjust to situations and assess the game a lot better than when I went 4 years ago. So when I went back to Lords in 1996 and I got my first Test 100, I still tell to many, and you must have read many of the interviews of mine, where I said I went on to play almost 500 games for India after that. And never in those 500 games I could reciprocate or bring back the mindset I had in that game. You train hard, you prepare hard, which is most important for success. In business, when you come to office every day, you come to office to prepare so that you have a good market share, you sell your products well, you understand the market, you realize where the loopholes are, you realize where you have to be a bit more aggressive and that part of the year where you have to be a little less aggressive. And batting was like that. You go to England in the first half or the second half and you're playing the new ball, you play differently. Once the ball gets old, you play differently, and once you're set, you play differently. And I think that is something which from Desmond Haynes and from Mr. White I carried throughout my career. That I never let my belief go down. I never let my confidence go down. I have gone through periods where I didn't score a run for a series. And I have been booed. I remember in 2005, I was captain of India and we were playing Pakistan, Bangalore. I didn't get runs in the test match and India lost that test. I got booed by the entire stadium. But what I didn't let go of myself is my confidence that I have a process of success and I train to succeed. And I believed in life that the harder you work, the more successful you will be. And it's never the other way around. Obviously you have the talent, you have the ability to do well. But what difference the best from the average is the ability to keep working hard. I went up to Viru and I said, well played. He said, you were angry with me, isn't it? I said, of course, because I told you to do something else and you did something else. He said, no, दादा उसको मार सकते थे, आप खामखा उसको बोल रहे थे डिफेंड करने के लिए. मैंने कहा हाँ मैं बोल रहा था क्योंकि I did not want to lose a wicket. I have a long batting, there's Tendulkar, there's Dravid, there's everyone after that. And I saw the chance of winning this game because the one thing I realized after that, I went back to the room and I was alone. I said, I am the captain of that side. And I go up to him. He's a different sort of player. He's aggressive. If he plays that way, and he did that for the next 10 years, if he plays that way, he'll win you matches. Why are you trying to impose in his mind the way you are thinking? Why don't you just accept what he's thinking for once and let's see where it goes? And I think that was the biggest lesson for me on leadership after that game. We won, we beat England in the test matches. And from that day, I never used to stop anybody from playing their way and starting from Viru. And he was a different product. In test matches, he would just keep hitting and hitting. He got 100 in a day against South Africa in a test match. Then he again got 100 in Multan. Then he got 280 against Sri Lanka, Muralidharan at his best in Bombay in one day. And he would just change matches. So for me, the biggest learning as a leader and as somebody who was in charge of the team on that day, that this gentleman is more gifted than I am. This gentleman has the ability to hit 5 fours and over. You have the ability to hit 2 fours and over. When you hit 5 fours and over, you win more matches than you lose. So it's completely wrong from my side to go and tell him कि यार आप 5 चौके मार सकते हो, अब 2 मारो. And it was a big learning experience in my leadership, and I firmly believe that in your journey to success as a leader, people express themselves. Many a time, because we own companies, because we are leaders, try and impose our processes, our mindsets, our way of doing things on individuals. And I think that sometimes is wrong. So I had a team where Sehwag played that way, Dravid played a different way, Tendulkar was probably he's a gift of God. You cannot become practicing. Then you had a young Yuvraj who would look at 8 runs and over and say, I'll get it. A Kef who would run. So because of the vastness of our country and because of the differences in culture, You had different players with different mindset. And that's where leadership is all about. You have to let individuals, especially individuals who are so talented at that level, to let them win you cricket matches that way. So work with 5 people. When you work with 10 people, it is very important to be flexible. It is very important to understand how the other gentleman succeeds. And if he's bringing you success, let him do his way.